Hi YouTube! So, I was cleaning my face, getting ready to go out tonight, and I thought that maybe I should let people know what a really good face regimen is. I actually work at an all-natural cosmetics store, and I know that I have a lot of customers who come in and they have problems with their skin, and they have questions, and a lot of them are really easy fixes. So I thought that I would go through what I consider to be a normal beauty regimen in terms of cleaning my skin, and that I'd share it with you. So right now I have no makeup on, not a single drop. I feel very naked and I am putting myself online, so please ignore the mess that is my face. But, so this is the way that I start with cleaning my face. Firstly, it's really good to know what kind of skin you have. I know that putting labels on skin can be a little bit frustrating because you might have skin that changes, but that means that your beauty regimen needs to change. If you have really dry skin in the winter and really oily skin in the summer, there are ways to fix that. So, I know, for example, that my skin in the summer can get very dry. Even in the winter it can get a little dry, but it tends to get oilier and overcompensate. So in the summer, I like to use things that contain things like rose water, which helps with redness in skin, lavender, which helps with balancing the amount of oil my skin produces, and just a really natural light moisturizer that's not going to weigh my skin down. It's not going to help overproduce oil. So in terms of cleaning my skin, the first thing I start with is a toner. This is Aroma Water from Lush. This is one of my favorite toners other than tea tree water. So the difference between the two toners is this actually has rose water, and it also has lavender in there, so it's going to really help with balancing. It's going to help with redness, like I said before, and it's very good for normal to probably combination skin. If you have oily skin or you have acne problems, tea tree water is my favorite thing from Lush. It has tea tree oil in it, and what that's going to do is help get rid of any blemishes and help balance oiliness. So once you've taken off your makeup with a toner, you're going to be all set to go for a mask. Now, I'm not saying use a mask every day. I use a mask maybe once a week. It's like my Friday night treat. I put on my really ugly clothes and my big fuzzy socks, and I put a face mask on. You know, we all have different things. I know that Lush personally has a lot of great face masks, and you have to keep them in the fridge because they're so fresh. But they don't last very long. That is the downside. They last about a week, and then you need to throw them away. So this is what I buy. This is Queen Helene Mint Julep Mask. I love this mask. It's amazing. You can get it from CVS, Walgreens, Target, anything like that for about $6 or $7, and you will get, well, let's see, I've had this for almost a year, so you'll get at least 20 uses out of here, if not more. I mean, that's if you're really applying it. The great thing about this mask is it's clay-based. With a clay-based mask, it's not going to stay really gloppy and gunky. It's going to dry, so you're going to know when to take the mask off. This mask will dry in probably 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how much you apply, and you'll start to notice. You'll feel it. It'll also look like it's starting to crack on your face, and you need to wash it off when that starts to happen. That means the mask isn't working anymore. It's not cleaning your face. It's just sitting on there. And you don't want to leave it sitting on there because what could end up happening is the dirt and oil could just trap itself in your pores, and this is meant to take it out. So don't do that. So I usually wash this off with just plain water. Since you're already removing things from your pores, you don't really need to scrub it off. You can just kind of gently wash it off. And then what I do to finish that is I actually use the Neutrogena Deep Clean Wave. I have a few issues with this because it is putting chemicals on your skin, and I don't like to put chemicals on my face. I know that that might seem a little bit hippy-dippy-ish. I'm really not a hippie. I use a lot of cosmetics that are not hippie cosmetics, but when it comes to your face, it's very delicate skin. It's next to some of your most essential parts. I mean, you need your face, you need your eyes. You need these to stay nice looking when you're old. So I don't like to put a lot of chemicals on there. But Neutrogena really did make a nice product that I like. So this is what it looks like. There's a little button on the side here, and you turn it on, and it vibrates. So it's going to vibrate against your skin when you're scrubbing. I use circular motions because that's just kind of easy for me, and I know that it helps to foam the pad up a little more. The pad is actually attached on there right now, and you can see that it has a little bit of gunk in the middle. That's the soap, and when you get it wet, you can just stick this right under the faucet. When you get it wet, it's going to start to foam up right away. If you have sensitive skin like me, this can hurt a little bit. It really is a deep exfoliating pad, and it's got some roughness to it. So I would only use it for a few seconds, and I would really, like 30, not just 10, 30 seconds. And I would really try and be gentle. Like, don't jab it into your skin. That's not the answer. Don't do it. And if you do have very gentle skin, I wouldn't even recommend it at all. I would recommend using a cotton pad, one of the flat ones that has kind of a raised surface, maybe some bumps on it, so you can kind of get into the creases of your skin, but you don't want to exfoliate with a scrub because that would be too much. It'd make your skin red, and you don't want to do that. So after I have washed my face, which removes any dirt and oil that's left over from the mask, you need to, or I need to, put oil back in. So this is a huge misconception in terms of skincare. A lot of people say, well, my skin feels really good. I usually have dry skin, and now it feels very soft, and I think that I should just put makeup on and go. Don't do that. What will happen is if you remove all the oil from your skin and you just leave it, your skin will start to overcompensate, and you will start to produce more oil, and you will get more spots, more blackheads, more whiteheads, any of those kinds of things, and it's gross. Don't do it. You really need to put good moisture back in. So, this is my moisturizing lotion. It's Imperialis by Lush. I love this. Again, it has lavender in it, so it's very balancing. It's very soothing. I love the way it smells, and it's very light feeling. This is not for everyone. I know that some people really want something that's heavier. They might have dry skin, or they might have very oily skin, and that lavender isn't necessarily going to help balance very oily skin. But for normal to combination skin, lavender is great. It kind of helps chill out the areas that are overcompensating, and then it helps with production of areas that are dry. So I love it. With Imperialis, you really only need a little bit. I put it on the back of my hand, and then I apply it to my face. So, that being said, now that you're nice and moisturized, what are you going to do for color? There are two possible things that you could do. I personally like to use a tinted moisturizer instead of just applying a foundation. Sometimes I'll put a foundation on top of the tinted moisturizer, but you really do need some moisture in there. And since you've just applied your moisturizing lotion, it can't hurt to have a little bit of something extra in there to tint it, right? So this is what I have. This is Jackie Oats. It is a color supplement by Lush. What a color supplement is it's essentially a lighter version of foundation. What you do with this, take a little out on your finger, rub it on the back of your hand with your moisturizing lotion before you apply it, and then just apply it to your face like you would a normal lotion. They have a lot of different colors at Lush. I'm not just plugging Lush, I promise. I really do love their products. So Jackie Oats is for pale people like me. But they have a lot of different colors, and I know that you can get them all, and they will all blend well with the moisturizing lotion that you currently use or with a Lush moisturizing lotion. So don't be afraid of them. The other thing that you could use is a color correcting cream. It's essentially the same as a tinted moisturizer. So this is Supergoop. I got this in my Birchbox, and I am going to plug it because it is great. I love it. I've never found a tinted moisturizer that I love more than this stuff. It's a tiny little sample, which makes me very sad because I think I'm going to have to pay a lot of money for it. But that's okay. It has SPF 35 in it, which is a good amount for a face. I would say maybe 50 if you're pale. Fortunately, my foundation, which I apply over a tinted moisturizer, does have SPF 50 in it, so I'm covered. I'm good. This stuff is really great. I don't know how the big bottle looks, but the little one just squirts right out. I, again, do it to the back of my hand. The reason I like to use the back of my hand with any of these kind of tinted products is it is the most similar to the color of your face. As you can see, like, they're pretty similar. My hand's a little more pale, but it's pretty similar. The other place you can use is the inside of your palm. They're pretty similar. You do not want to use things like, I don't know, your arm. your arm's going to be more tan. Don't do that, because if you go into a cosmetic store and you're like, well, the color of my arm looks like this, it's not the same color as your face, I promise you. Unless there's some sort of weird, crazy science going on, they're going to be two different colors. So yeah, that's pretty much my video for you today. This is my first ever YouTube video talking about cosmetics. I'm really excited. My job is working with all natural cosmetics, and this is just a super exciting part of it, you know, being able to give feedback to people and tell them, this is what I do. And I really want to hear your questions. I want to hear what you have to say. Maybe you don't like any of these products, or maybe you want to know more about them. And any videos that you want me to make, tell me, and I will definitely try. So this is Natalie, and I'm saying goodbye, and I hope you guys have a great Friday night, and happy almost May. Hope the weather's great wherever you are. All right, bye.